Alright guys, today we're going to be doing a review of the Xantrex, or in this case Duracell PowerSource Mobile 100. So again, let me just take you quickly through some of the features of this device. Of course, it has an AC inverter, so it has a household AC outlet, inverts up to 100 watts for only like 5 seconds. In actuality, when on built-in battery power, you're going to get probably about like 65 watts is what it's rated for, constant, continuous output. Now, I have MacBook Air, which for this, it works great. It charges and it runs off of here. Now, you're going to get more runtime out of this thing by already having a fully charged battery, in this case because I can't remove it, or in your laptop, taking the battery out and simply powering it using this. With that, I can get about 2 hours on the MacBook Air. And on my mom's MacBook Pro, she was able to get about an hour. So, it depends on how powerful your machine is. I mean, the MacBook Air is a great machine. It's very powerful, but it's power saving. So if you have a laptop and you're considering using this, if it's a power saving laptop, this is the device, power source for you. Now, I want to note something. This Xantrex is the company that produces and manufactures this thing. All right. Then Duracell rebrands it, I guess, for their own thing. Now, nowhere on this device does it say Duracell, all right? And on older versions, people I've seen on YouTube have them, and I know some of my friends do, they say Xantrex on them, right around here, on this little black area. And I was curious to what that's all about and what happened to it. Did they rebuild them, have different ones? All right, and then I noticed when I turn on my unit that the lights didn't really line up. They do kind of now, and I'll explain why. Let me get a knife. This is simply a piece of plastic that Duracell or Xantrex cheaply put on there. If you pry this plastic off, it's the same exact thing. It says X-Power by Xantrex, and that's really what the original product is. And plus, it makes pushing the button so much easier. If you complain that the button's hard to push, just take a knife and peel off this little cheap piece of covering plastic, because it serves no function, and if anything, it looks cooler with the X-Power branding on there. Now that we've got that out of the way, you can tell I do love this thing. I'm not really enjoying the proprietary plug, just because nothing wrong with it at all. It's just that it might be a little cumbersome once the charger cable begins to go after a few years, and that you have to use their charger, and that you can't find one at a market or like a flea market. You couldn't just buy an extra charger because it's proprietary. Now, I would like to note that there is no charge indicator besides this light. So basically, that light's green right now, and it's going to stay green till about like a minute or half a minute before it dies, and then it turns orange and then goes red and it dies. I don't like that. I'd rather have a LED gauge that wouldn't stay on all the time, but you could push a button to turn it on and indicate the charge level. USB ports, I find they have perfectly clean output. I'm able to charge both my iPhone 3G and my iPhone 4 directly from these USB outputs. I know that the 3GS is a little bit more finicky in terms of voltage and current, so it might not charge out of this. But again, you always have the AC outlet just in case. Another thing, it's great for travel. Of course, it comes with this amazing. It's a little bit short, actually, because if you're sitting in the back seat of a car and you want to reach this to the front, where conventionally the cigarette lighter outlet is, it's a little bit cumbersome because it's hard to reach. It's a pretty short cable. It's maybe like 2 feet. So, but I like this because, first of all, it allows you to charge out of the car, and which is a great feature. And of course, comes with the airline adapter, and this is this is valuable. I mean, Apple sells one of these to simply power a laptop. It won't charge. But using the Xantrex PowerSource Mobile 100, you could actually charge your Apple laptop, which is something that I find it's really important, because if you're on an airline and you need to charge your computer, there's no better way to do it. And I like that it locks in place because Apple has one, and the problem with theirs is that these two pieces aren't connected. And so if sometimes airplanes have the conventional 12-volt outlet cigarette lighter, right? And if you were to pull it out, since they're not connected, it would just slip off, and this would stay in the outlet, and you'd walk away and you'd forget, and by the time you realize it's too late, you already left the airplane. So I like how it locks in there. Nice thick cable, shouldn't burn up, and I like how you can make it, it's pretty small and compact, so you can just slip this in your bag and forget about it. And I like how this is only about 1.5 pounds or 1 pound. It's really light for a unit of this size and battery capacity. So it has quite a few uses. Now, like I said, depending on what you're doing, you are going to get different run times out of this. So you should, if you get this, don't automatically expect you're going to be getting the full 2 hours that they claim out of it. It all depends on your laptop. And note that your laptop's charger wattage. If your charger wattage is above 65 watts, I would it's a good indication that you're going to have to take your battery out of your computer to be able to even just use it using this, and that it probably won't last very long considering it draws quite a bit of power. But other than that, when I purchased this one, off of Amazon, it was only $40, $39.99. Now the price tends to fluctuate, but even the current price of around $69.99 is a good deal, considering that the original price was at $139. And with the amount of lithium-ion battery you get inside of here, it's I would say a very good deal. And the build quality is excellent. Again, I wouldn't recommend you drop this very often, but I felt like if I did, it really wouldn't get damaged too badly. So, again, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you found this review educational, and it will aid you in your decision whether you want to buy this or not. And also, mine is manufactured in 2006 too. A lot of people had that problem. Don't get discouraged. It works great. And by the few people who did write bad reviews, I'm sure you just got a bad unit. But Amazon has a really good return policy, and since this product is sold by them, you will get it. They'll make it a very easy process. And so if you do get a bad unit, don't fret. Just exchange it, and you should be happy with this product. So thanks for watching, and good luck.